Afternoon, guys. So you'll be seeing my blogs recently. Oh, hang on, we're still going live. Just checking we're up and running before I commit. Aha, there we go. So yeah, you'll be seeing some blogs from me recently. We're really focusing on the aesthetics. We're talking about natural aesthetics. People worry about what those things look like. I'm trying to see if I can find my live on here. Hold on. It must be here somewhere. Oh well. I should see comments, so if you've got any comments, please do put these in the comments box, and I should be able to see them from here and answer any questions you might have as we go. But we're really focusing on the aesthetics side of things, and trying to reassure people about how natural aesthetics works and my priorities. Shows how bad this light is. I look like I've been punched. I don't look this tired, honestly. So one of my big focuses and the thing that I'm really passionate about is age appropriate aesthetics, natural aesthetics. I don't like being associated with the big chubby cheeks and the big lips and things that when you look at somebody, particularly somebody in their sort of 50s and 60s, who look like they have obviously had work done. I don't want people to look like they've had work done. I want people to look natural. I don't want them to feel, even that they've got to wear lots of makeup. I want their skin to be good. And I really focus on all the different layers, and that's how I look at natural aesthetics. And a lot of people don't appreciate that I've had loads of stuff done. I said, in this light, I look like I need some stuff done, my goodness. But, and so one of the questions I get, apart from when these people sit in front of me and go, what would you do to this? Is what have you had done? Because people say to me, oh, your skin's really good. What have you had done? You don't look like you've got anything going on. And actually, I've got to be a good advert. My skin is quite good for nearly 50. And I don't do everything I should do, and I don't do half the stuff I'd like to do. But actually, I do quite a lot over time when I can get. Sometimes I have to get other people to do stuff for me, and so I do quite a lot. And so I thought I would spend 10 minutes talking to you about what that is, and I've got a little pencil. I can draw some stuff on my face. This is like being back at school. Look how cool is this? This is like one of your biros, but it's not. It's a marker pen. It's a face marker. So I'm quite excited about this one. I'm easily pleased. So what do I have? Oh, I meant to bring some things to show you as well. I was going to do a bit of a show and tell. So I'm just going to grab a couple of things before I start, and I'll go from there. So give me 2 seconds. I should have done this. My coffee machine has decided I have had enough coffee for the day, and it is switching itself off. It's probably right, to be fair. Give me 1 second. I'll just grab something. There was me thinking I was all very organised, and I wasn't so organised, was I? Okay, so what have I had done? I think what I'll tell you first of all is what I do regularly, the things that I do to keep my face and my skin as good as possible. I don't do anything as regularly as I would like to do, but I do manage to get a few things in. The easiest and simplest thing that I do, that I try and do as often as I can, but again, very rarely as often as I would like to, is topical skin treatments. And that can be as simple as an aqua infusion mask. I've got one of these at home. This is available for home use. It's a deep hydration treatment. It's got hyaluronic acid. It encourages your own hydration system in your skin. This is the aqua infusion mask. And it is a really nice, I haven't got my specs on, so I can't read you the ingredients list. But it's a treatment that I can use in clinic and at home. So you've got your hyaluronic acid. It encourages your skin to hydrate itself, and you get quite long-acting results from that. This is your aqua infusion mask. In clinic, I can also mix that with the enzyme peel, and there's the enzymatic peel for home use as well. So when I get 5 minutes, I will do an enzyme peel and an aqua infusion mask, and that's for hydration, general skin condition, that very gentle exfoliation of the enzyme peel. And even if you do that on its own, that is one of the things that I try and do regularly. Then we can go up a level to chemical peels. So this is your peel and your brush, and so I will do these are clinical grade peels, and I will do those in the clinic on people. And I do those, again, I usually combine these because I don't have time to do them separately. So you do this bit first, and then the chemical peels second. So this is talking superficially. Skincare products also obviously really, really important. Always finishing with sunscreen. I'm not going to bore you with all of the product range that we've got today. That's a different event. However, the other thing that I do regularly, it's going through deeper levels. So we've started superficially with skin products and your in-clinic treatment. So I do regular treatments and chemical peels. I've got my little props to remind me, see. And then something like Wow Fusion. So this is an old Wow Fusion device. It's one I've used, it's mine. Also, don't use this on other people. But this is your mesotherapy and microneedling. So this is stamped into the skin. It gives a really nice general rejuvenation. It gives a real glow to the skin, hydrates the skin. You put a mesotherapy cocktail into here, hyaluronic acid, vitamins, anti-aging serums, pigmentation serums. Really brilliant treatment that you can do quite regularly. So I do those when I can. In fact, some of you will realise I've now got Fran working for me a little bit more regularly. So she's qualified and trained in Wow Fusion, so she can do those for me. The other thing she can also do, and I think I have done one of these once for myself, but generally I get other people to do it for me, is the other type of microneedling, which is skin pen. So that's a pen that is set up to have these cartridges, and in there, I don't know if you can see. Can you see the needles? Oh, hang on. Hopefully you can see them. There you go. You can just about see those series of needles in the top there. Where am I pointing it? Those needles, the pen vibrates the needles into the skin. It's a slightly more deeper, slightly more assertive treatment than the Wow Fusion. I try and get a couple of these a year at least because it's really, really good for deeper collagen induction. This is a brilliant treatment. Very good for acne scarring, general skin condition, pigmentation. So I do try and get a couple of those a year when I can. Occasionally, these are my props for me, I will get someone to do a dermaplaning. I'm getting a bit fluffy now, I'm getting older. Laser hair removal obviously for my menopausal chin, but dermaplaning can leave your skin feeling nice, but it's not something you should do too often. So that's all your superficial stuff. Starting from the outside with your products, then I go to your sort of topical skin treatments, then the deeper things like needling, which is just a really, really brilliant way to keep your skin in tip-top condition. And then the next thing, the more obvious thing, is your Botox. So I'm going to draw some dots. Where do we put Botox? So I regularly have, and again, I would be getting, I can't do this back to front in here. I would be getting someone else to do this for me. This doesn't look anything like it should do. Don't take this as it's really weird trying to do this back to front. So I get someone else to do my Botox for me, obviously. 3 areas. There are different areas I can have that. See if I can do it, just so you can see roughly where I have mine. Don't quote me on these. I'm just literally doing these. So Botox for crow's feet, you see, and this side. Someone laugh. I've had a reaction. Someone laughing at me. I can't tell from here. So that's your Botox points. You can also, sometimes I have Botox here. And why do I have Botox here? I have Botox here or thereabouts because when I smile, I have too much gum and my lip disappears. That is an indication I also need some more lip fillers. So once all those different things, then you can also put Botox down here. So I have had Botox here before, and that is brilliant for me because the corners of my mouth, as I'm getting older, coming down like that, and it stops it pulling down at the corners. So for me, I regularly have Botox in this bit. This is for your frown lines. You can see I've got some nice deep 11s here at the minute. I'll be calling on one of my colleagues soon to be doing this for me. You can see that's quite deep there. And then my nice deep frown line, and these horizontal lines. And so I will be getting some Botox in the not too distant future here to smooth this out. I'm finding that it doesn't work quite as well on me now. I don't get the length of results. Most people do. I'm unfortunate. On the other one, to avoid that classic bunny line, that's when someone's face doesn't move anywhere, except there. So a little bit of Botox I have put in there. So there's a few points on the face that I have Botox, and that's a regular. I would normally have that about 12 to 14 weeks, but I'm not very organised, so that tends to happen a little bit less often. Maybe every 4 to 5 months generally when I get round to it. But those are the points that I would have that in. Okay, so the next thing I have less frequently, but I still have had, is Profilo. I haven't got one of those to show you at the minute. I thought I did have actually, but I don't. But then the other thing that sits along Profilo is skin boosters. So I have various different types and brands of skin booster. But this is a bigger syringe. This is 2.5 ml syringe. You see that? This is Nuvia Hydra Deluxe. There's an offer on this stuff at the minute. This is a very superficial skin booster. So Profilo, you have your 5 points. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you put the Profilo in both sides in those points. They're called the Beauty Aesthetic points, and they are there to stimulate collagen, hydrate the skin, support the ligaments, and they're not strictly speaking a skin booster because they're a bit deeper than that. But then the skin booster would go very superficially. The way I do it, there are different ways of doing it. The way I do a skin booster is you would grid the skin. I really should be doing this with a mirror, I think, because it's really hard to do. Can you see? 1, 2, 3. So I would do this across the whole face. I've got a client coming in a minute. They're going to wonder why I'm playing noughts and crosses on my skin. So for the sake of argument, I would do something neater than that over the face. And then there would be a little dot of filler very superficially in each of those little squares. And that is for the whole of the lower face. And I have that. I've had a couple of those. Again, with all these things, I would have them more regularly if I could had the time and somebody on hand to do it for me. So it's not noughts and crosses. That is the little grid that I would use, probably a bit neater if I was doing it on somebody else, for skin boost. So it gives you an idea. So the whole of the face is gridded up and across the lip and everything from here down. You can go quite close to the eyes with this. And it's very, very good at giving the skin a boost and hydration and all the things that we want. You know, it's something that I'm starting to find more and more people want. It's becoming a staple and a regular treatment like Botox because it's really pushing the skin forward. It's keeping it younger looking. And it's really getting to be one of my regulars, that and Profilo, alongside the regular Botox. So that's a brilliant one. So if you're just joining me now and you're wondering why I've got white dots and noughts and crosses all over my face, you'll have to rewind and watch it from the beginning. Okay, so the next thing that I have probably less frequently now is fillers. So people look at me and they go, well, you haven't got fillers. Well, I have got fillers. There's a few that need redoing now. So I have got lip fillers. I have some blue lipstick. Can I take that looking? Lip fillers. And I definitely need some more now. I haven't had this done for over a year, but I've still got some in there. I know that there's more shape and definition in my lips than there was before I started having lip fillers a couple of years ago. So I've got fillers in my lips. I've got fillers here. I'm going to have to wash all this off before my client comes in. Oh, can't do this back to front. It's really weird. I need one of those things where you can do this automatically and then just move away from the filter, but I'm not that technical. Look how old that's just made me look by drawing a dark line. This is my fabulous little marker pen. But by doing those dark lines to show you I've had fillers, it's actually made me look about 90. So the other place that I've got fillers, let's see if I can do this the other side. Cheeks. So hard to do. So I've got cheek filler. I'm due, I really want to have some mid-face filler. Mid-face is brilliant. Check my page out for a recent one that I did. People keep reacting and I can't see what your reactions are, where you're going, you know, what are you doing? And I also have some filler here. I don't think we did there in the end. And there's some filler into the corners of my mouth here. All this I'm doing here is just going to make me look older and older because it's making me look like I've got really deep wrinkles. So that's something I am due. I haven't had any fillers for over a year. So the next time I chat my friend up to do it, I usually, for fillers, usually use Michelle Worthington because she's brilliant. And so yeah, mid-face I will have some fillers here and here next. I'm probably looking at having my lips topped up soon. So that's the majority of things that I have and have regularly. I recently was a model you may have seen on my page for something called Jolly Pro, and that is it feels like the next level up from skin boosters. They do a skin booster, but this was kind of another level up. And actually, I'm looking at particularly this eye. You can see more of my eyelid at the minute. So that was, it goes in a little bit like Botox for the face ones, and then I had lots and lots of points around my eyes. It's called Young Eyes, Jolly Pro Young Eyes, and I'm looking at training in that because it seems really, really good, and it's something I would like to take on. It just sits a little bit above some of the other skin boosters, which are amazing and becoming really useful regular treatments. But these more, so it looks like they're another clinical grade up. So I will get back to you on that and see how that works. So just to recap quickly, I've got a client coming in very soon. Recap quickly what I do regularly, apart from make myself look old with dark lines on my face. Skincare, really, really important. Finishing off with sunscreen every day. Obviously, I've gone through all my products before, but I will do that again, and I can set up prescriptions and subscriptions for skincare products for you. Then I do lower key regular treatments like aqua infusion and enzyme peel. Then I do in-clinic treatments like chemical peels. So I do these as regularly as I can. I try and do one at least every couple of months to try and get a bit of time to do that. Then microneedling or wow fusion. Microneedling, skin pen, I try and do at least a couple a year. Sometimes it works out as one a year because I just don't get around to it. Wow fusion probably 2 or 3 times a year. Brilliant treatment, really good at sort of lifting the skin and giving you a glow. And then we're looking at your injectables. So I have Botox here, around my eyes, sometimes here, and sometimes here. I've had a lip flip before as well, which is where you put it into here, and it just lifts that lip a little bit, gives you more definition. And then the fillers. So these are an example of some of the fillers that I use. RHA Kiss is brilliant for lips, and RHA4 is very good for deeper structure, which is probably what I'd be looking at here. I have used other brands, Allergan, Kysense, Nuvia. So Nuvia is the main brand of skin boosters that I'm using. Oops, at the moment. And then we're looking at the actual dermal fillers. So cheeks, nasolabial folds, meatal crease. I think I need a bit of chin next time. But I definitely need some mid-face. As we age, we lose this substance here in our fat pads, and that makes us flatter here. It means we don't have the support on the eyes, and we get these deeper creases, which I've made look 10 times worse because I've used a blue pencil to highlight where I've had my fillers. But next time, let's go purple. Have a purple one. This is where we're going next time. A little bit of filler here, that mid-face to really lift and support the structure of my skin. So so just to give you an idea of what treatments I have, this is all those things that happen over a year. So they don't all happen at once, and I'm not as efficient as I could be or would like to be, but that gives you an idea. When people say to me, what is it you have done? That's what I have done. And a lot of people look at me and say, you don't look like you've had anything done. And that's because it's done properly. And that's what I want to achieve with you guys. Even if that does mean coming onto a live and looking at you looking like a muppet, like I've got noughts and crosses on my face and all sorts of things. But sustainable, sympathetic, age-appropriate, subtle and natural aesthetics is the way to go. And that's what I aim to do. Like I said, I don't want people looking at me going, oh yeah, I can see you've had some fillers done. Occasionally you might clock the Botox if it's fresh and it's it's a little bit more sort of frozen. That bit only lasts a week or so, particularly on me these days. And other than that, it can look quite subtle. And the other treatments, things like your skin boost and stuff, are really, really important for improving skin condition, getting longer results from those things like your Botox and your fillers, and getting more natural results over time. So loads of things we can do. If I'm really lucky, I get someone to do me a Geneo, which is one of my favourite treatments to have. Amazing for skin condition. and the perfect thing to do if you've got a night out or something like that. So I really need to go and clean my face now because I've drawn all over it and I've got someone coming in very soon. But don't forget, if you want to have a chat about some of the things that I can offer, now you know a little bit more about what I do, then let me know. Have a great evening. I'll see you soon. Bye.